You be on Twitter all day, refresh your timeline, looking at all the bad bitches. Meanwhile, you're sitting up here broke financially, mentally, and physically. But we're not gonna talk about that. You sitting up here having debates on Twitter when you could be out getting some money right now. But we're not gonna talk about that. You be ready to cancel a celebrity over some shit they did in the past. You and your homeboy or homegirl doing wild shit behind the scenes and suddenly you don't bat either. But we're not gonna talk about that. All these iPhones versus Android debates, but you paying $1,000 for a phone in the first place. But we not gonna talk about that. You been on Twitter all day yelling about, man, they ain't shit. Meanwhile, you got a whole father figure in your life who's trying to teach you the right ways of living right. But you rather stick to being in the streets. But we not gonna talk about that. All this constant war talk, but you still don't have a job. See that right there? We not gonna talk about that. You take all these pictures of yourself, then post them online, then get mad when somebody bookmarks them. Bitch, you know what the fuck you was doing. But you know what? We not even gonna talk about that. These bitches ain't shit. Meanwhile, you got 7 baby mamas and 7 kids. We not gonna talk about that. You talk a lot of shit about crackheads, but you may want to do in person, drink them lean. But we not gonna talk about that. You wait all day and night to buy the new Jordans. Meanwhile, you got a whole eviction notice on your door. But we're not gonna talk about that. Man, R&B is dead, man. But all you listen to is mainstream music. Nigga, it looks to me that your certain area is dead. But we're not gonna talk about that. I want everybody to voice their opinions on something, but as soon as they say some wild ass shit, you want to get mad about them. But we're not gonna talk about that. You old heads talk about this generation being the most sexualized generation. Meanwhile, back in the day, y'all was in the 90s doing Freaknik. And what makes it worse, y'all was on camera too. I saw y'all aunties and uncles out there. But you know, we not gonna talk about that. I don't want to make these old heads mad. Y'all got EDP up out of here, but damn, we definitely can't talk about that. You niggas really scared to wash y'all asses because you think it's gonna make you seem, you know what? Not gonna talk about it. We not gonna talk about it. Bitches having BBLs in 2023. We not gonna talk about that. And matter of fact, stop getting that shit. You're dumb as fuck. You out here sag your pants in 2023, but you claim you're not gay. You know what? We're not gonna talk about that before the boys get me up out of here. You praise to promote an artist for their music, but you want to praise your own friends for their work. See that right there? We definitely not gonna talk about that. Yeah, the Grammys are wrong. I thought y'all didn't care though. I thought y'all said they didn't matter though. I thought y'all said, you know, we're not even gonna talk about that. Back in the day, you was clowning people for like an anime. Now 20 years later, and somehow you the biggest anime nerd of all time. But we not gonna talk about that. You sitting up here worried about artist music streams. Meanwhile, your bank account streams looking pretty low, my guy. But we not gonna talk about that. You got all these new clothes, but your pores smelling really bad. We not gonna talk about that. White girls that wear dirty white Air Force Ones. I don't even want to talk about that. Let don't even think about that.